Thank you, Prime Minister. Our federation works best when we all work together, and I thank the Prime Minister for the first step in recognising that health is one of the most fundamental issues that is facing Australians across our nation. In fact, there is nothing more important than making sure that we have good quality health care for all of our citizens, no matter where they live. In Queensland alone, we have 169 hospitals. We have 20 in the regional cities. We have others spread right across from the Cape, looking after communities as far as the Torres Strait. And that means that it's going to cost us more to deliver those services. And whilst this recognition today of this health agreement will provide Queensland with $445 million over 3 years, which I didn't have before I came to this meeting, that is a good first step. But also recognising what Daniel Andrews has said and Mike Baird, there is still a gap. There is still a huge gap. And that means it's going to place a huge strain on our hospitals. It's going to mean more work for our doctors, our nurses, our administrators. And I want to thank all of those healthcare professionals out there because they do good work day in, day out. Secondly, education is extremely important. You can't have innovation and ideas unless you have good quality education, and education starts at a young age. I'm very concerned if there's any further proposals to look at splitting our public school system from our independent schools and our Catholics. I think that would be detrimental to the nation. In relation to domestic violence, I think we all agree this is a huge issue. And just overnight in Queensland, a woman was tragically stabbed to death. The neighbours witnessed it, heard it, and she died on the front driveway. This has got to stop. You know, the media highlighted that one because it was public, but women are still getting murdered and killed behind closed doors in all different sections of our community, and we've got to do more. Rosie Batty did an enormous work when it came to tackling domestic and family violence, and all of our states and territories are working towards it. And Prime Minister, I thank you for agreeing for the National Domestic Violence Summit, which will be held in Brisbane, in Queensland, at the end of October, where all premiers and first ministers will be invited because we have to keep tackling this issue. Finally, we also talked about other important issues, and I think one issue which, as a nation, and I know it's very important in Queensland as well, is in relation to the redress schemes and what's going to happen there, the victims of historical abuse. What we have seen there, the emotional stories, these people have been impacted, they'll be impacted, they'll never forget what's happened for the rest of their lives. And some people have lost their lives. It's an important issue, it's a national issue, and it's one that the states and territories will work with you, Prime Minister, because these people need to have their stories told.
Colin?
Thank